The Cloud of Unknowing is a 14th century Christian work written in Middle English of anonymous authorship. It asks how one can encounter God. Its answer is that God is in himself unknowable. We need to get rid of all conceptions we have of him, good and bad, and surrender to the opaque mystery that lies beyond all the possibilities of thought. In order to make sense of the Cloud of Unknowing, it helps to see it as part of an older theological movement in Christianity, sometimes called the Via Negativa. The Via Negativa began with an anonymous author of the late 5th or early 6th century called Pseudo-Dionysius the Areopagite. Pseudo-Dionysius claimed that whatever we say about God is necessarily falsifying. God is beyond human comprehension. One cannot say what he is, only what he's not. Pseudo-Dionysius compared this to Moses' ascent of Mount Sinai in the biblical book of Exodus. Once he reaches the top, there's a deep darkness above the peak. Moses can only enter this once he's exhausted all his theological contemplations. Nevertheless, it's here that he becomes one with God in a way that cannot possibly be explained. The Cloud of Unknowing is a conscious contribution to the Via Negativa. It's addressed to a young student and it consists of 75 chapters, most no more than a page in length. It's an easy read, but in no way systematically organised to say Walter Hilton's The Ladder of Perfection, which was written at around the same time. The Cloud of Unknowing is arguably much more relevant to the 21st century than it was to the 14th. In those days, the universe was considered relatively small, a series of spheres surrounding the Earth. Any creator of that system had to be impressive, but nothing in comparison to any creator of the mind-bogglingly vast universe we know today. That being really must be unknowable. The problem with the Via Negativa, of course, is that if we can only say what God isn't, then what about the word exists? Dionysius insisted that negating or denying a term isn't the same as asserting a privation or lack of that thing in God. But that may not get us very far.